Hi, everybody. I am Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals. And on Profound Professionals, for the last almost 5 years now, we have been interviewing amazing individuals doing really out of the box things in their industries and who also have a cause that they care about. They're going to give you little tidbits of things to learn. Sometimes our guests share amazing books with you, and we are going to have quite a bit of fun today with Wendi Hatton. So, welcome, Wendi.
Oh, hello, Jessica. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I am so glad to have you here. Wendi works with women entrepreneurs, helping them develop profitable collaboration opportunities using one of my favorite platforms, also LinkedIn, as their primary social media business building platform so they can become more visible online and attract premium clients. So tell us how you got into working with clients with LinkedIn.
Oh gosh. So it goes back to I'm a musician as well. I'm a clarinetist and I was in the Navy band. And when I retired, the logical thing to do would be to teach teach lessons of people coming either to my house or me going to schools and things. So I did that for a few years, but then I was thinking there's got to be something else out there. I just felt like there was something that I needed to do to make a bigger impact. And at the same time, I had retired from the military, and a lot of people end up thinking, oh, after the military, now I don't have to worry about like weighing in and being like doing all this. So I just started eating a lot. So whatever I wanted. So I ended up during that time I was teaching, I was actually also gaining all this weight. So after a few years, it was probably a lot. And so I just started looking online just to see what I could do to find some way to lose some weight. And I found a program that actually had coaches on it. And I had never experienced having a coach. So I picked one, and this particular person, we were a great fit, and she helped me lose like 70 pounds. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I want to help people lose weight. So that's how I started my coaching. When I discovered coaching, I was a health coach, so I was helping people lose weight. And so I did that for about a year and a half. But then I had this blog talk radio show called Sky's the Limit Radio, and two other coaches and I co-hosted it. And we interviewed coaches every single week of different niches. And we did it for about 5 years. And through that time, I became friends with several of them. And a lot of them started telling me things and sharing with me about how they couldn't find clients. They didn't know how to get clients. They had all this expertise, but they just didn't know how to get them. And
Yeah.
we had interviewed them, and it was just amazing, all the expertise and value that they gave us. So I really wanted to help them. So I decided to just look more into helping the coaches attract clients and just grow their businesses much better. Then LinkedIn came along because some friend of mine who was a musician said, you need to join LinkedIn. I said, LinkedIn? I said, yeah,
Wait, kudos to the musician because I've seen it be a challenge for a lot of really highly creatives and talented, people with those kinds of backgrounds, artists and things.
right.
Jump on LinkedIn. So,
Yeah,
whoa, yay
right.
them.
Yeah. They said you can connect with people. I said, okay, I'll go on there and see what happens. So I just connected with all these other people, other musicians, friends, family, and all these different people. But then after I transitioned into doing the sales coaching, I learned that the people that you connect with aren't really supposed to be those those people. Most of them are supposed to be the people that you would potentially want to work with or collaborate with. And so I had about 250 or more connections of all the wrong types of people. So I had to start disconnecting with really good friends and things. And so I'm sorry, I have to disconnect from you because the whole reason, the algorithm, people aren't going to engage with you if they're not into what you're doing. And so most of my friends and family weren't really into what I was doing. So they probably wouldn't have engaged in any of my posts or anything. And so it took a little while to transition into having mostly the collaboration partners or people potentially who could be my clients. And so that's where I am right now. And that's how I actually got into LinkedIn. And people just kept asking me, so how did you do this? Your profile looks so good. How do you do that? And I was thinking, maybe I should add LinkedIn, like teaching that, because I was teaching sales and just how to attract clients. And so why not use LinkedIn as the tool to do that? So that's how I got into to the LinkedIn scene here.
I love that. As a fellow LinkedIn trainer, I totally love that because I've been doing sales and marketing for eons myself, and I think I've been on the platform, let's say either 2004 or 5. I've been on very, very
Whoa,
long time.
that
Yeah.
was when it was really new then.
Very new. Yeah. One of my brilliant sales buddies, we sat in a cafe, it was Panera, I think, even. Ooh, I'm giving like free advertisement. And we sat together, huddled around his laptop, and he's like, I got to show you this thing. And I was like, okay. Anything to learn to shortcut a sale or get more research or find more information that you could make a connection and find that. I always, find that least common denominator between the two of you. What do you have in common that you can, really genuinely start to have a conversation about, right, and build a relationship with, which
Absolutely.
I think you and I are big on that piece. So
Yes.
tell us, what is it like to work with you? So is it one-on-one, group, workshops, online courses? What do you got going on, Wendy?
Yes. That's the answer.
Yes, to all the things.
So the main thing is I have a program. It's called Linked Prosperity Intensive, and it's a 10-week program that helps you go through the LinkedIn process. And I have a methodology called the Max Value Formula, and the word value is an acronym. And so every letter has something to do with succeeding on LinkedIn. So you just go through each of the letters through the program. And by the time you're done, you get 2 weeks per letter, let's say. And so by the time you're done with the 10 weeks, then you're ready. You will have attracted several collaboration partners and developed those relationships, and you will have actually have gotten all of these leads, quality leads, because those people, you got to know these different collaboration partners. That's actually the angle that I use when I teach LinkedIn, to look for collaboration, because those people get to know you well, and so they know the kind of people that you want to work with, and so you can get these quality leads that you can immediately help. And I also help with creating high ticket premium programs, so you have those to offer those quality leads that show up too. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. And so I also do one-on-one, but my main thing is the group program. It's like an online program. And then if you wanted to do some one-on-one, so you can get just deeper one-on-one attention, not only on LinkedIn, but just on the sales piece, on how to just go from attracting the leads all the way to getting the yes or not the yes, or following up or whatever like that. So so yeah, there are different things, and I have the challenges, a workshop, different. Would you like me to talk about the formula that my methodology?
Well, actually, I was wondering, for the 10 weeks, is it open-ended, or do you have to like start at the
Oh,
beginning and end, and then you have to wait till the next 10-week program comes and then
oh
start
no,
again?
everybody can come at any time. Somebody could be in week
Good.
3, and somebody else can be on week 7, and so they'd be all
Okay,
together,
good.
and then we get together. And so the people on week 1 or 2 would learn from the people who've already been through that as well. So it's
I
a
love open-ended programs like that, so people can join you anytime. We'll make sure we have information on how to learn about entering her programs in the article and in the comments. So wherever you're watching this, or
yeah,
you're kind enough to share it, people will be able to find Wendy and her
yeah.
programs. But I would love you to give us something you love about the tips, or a tip about something you love about LinkedIn. Um,
Oh, I think the biggest
Everybody should be doing.
Yes, what everybody should be doing. So when you're on LinkedIn and you connect with someone, many times, I'm sure you have experienced it, as I have. People accept your connection or you accept theirs, and the next thing they do is pounce on you on all the things that you can get by from them. So the thing that you want to really focus on when you are on LinkedIn is building relationships, finding commonalities from people that you're trying to get to know. And
Mhm.
especially your profile. Your profile should speak directly to the people that are coming to your profile that would resonate with everything, rather than it being all about you. It should be mostly speaking directly to them so that they
Mhm.
will actually want to find out more about how you can actually help the problem that they have. And that's the main focus of the profile. Like the about section should speak directly to them, like
Mhm.
addressing their problem that they have that they don't want, addressing the result they want that they don't have yet, addressing a little bit about how you can that you prove that you can actually help them get to that result, and then offering a free gift for them that
Mhm.
explains a little bit more about what you've been talking about in the about section. And so that in turn starts your email list. So that's a big that's so it's like a funnel. Like the LinkedIn profile is
Mhm.
kind of like a funnel. You start people sign up for your free gift from your profile, and then it goes from there, and then they just get to know you, you nurture them, and it just goes from there. So that's my biggest tip about LinkedIn.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And then, that's going to happen. And I think it's a big turnoff for a lot of people to get that salesy message. And I always say, take it as an opportunity. Everything is perspective. So
Mhm.
this person is probably a lovely human being, could be your best referral partner. And just because they, make a kind of etiquette faux pas to start with because they don't know any better, doesn't mean you can't turn that around to say, wow, the stuff you talking about sounds interesting. I don't know that I'm in the market for it at the moment, but what about a collaboration one-on-one call so that we can learn more about each other and see if we can't support each other in some other way?
Oh yeah.
Instead of block and unconnect and this person's spamming me, I think just having a different perspective. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that is the actual approach that I teach everyone, is to, rather than like when you find someone that you really want to connect with and you feel like it would be a good connection, to rather than talk about actually your services or your products, just finding out about each other, getting to know each other, and then see how we can work together as a
Yeah.
collaboration type of a thing. Then maybe when you get together in a one-on-one, the other person might end up saying, "Oh, I need those services," or you might say
Right.
that to that person. So
Exactly. So you can turn that spam message around. The other thing is, if someone hits you with that kind of salesy message, you've got someone's attention, right? You're not beating down their door. You're definitely going to get an appointment. They reached out to you first, right? So I feel like people are complaining, I can't get any appointments on my calendar. And I'm like, and then you're going to complain that people are spamming you. I mean, which is it?
right.
Have some conversations. You never know where they'll go. You never know who they know,
You
right?
never know, right.
Their brother-in-law could be the CFO of the hospital. You've been trying to get your services and your wellness program in for, months now, but you couldn't get the door down. So you just don't know who they know.
Right. That
So
is so true.
I think that's the other thing LinkedIn teaches us, right? Is we
Mhm.
are not very far connected between the person we really want to talk to, that decision maker, and who is in our circle, in our world. So
Mhm. Right. And also there are more men on LinkedIn than there are women, so I'm trying to help more women get onto LinkedIn.
that's right. Go girl power. And I'm
Yes.
also, I mean, I love LinkedIn for a lot of reasons, but there are some things I'm less in love with about it, and that's the truth. And there are other platforms that I'm constantly pushing. Some of my other favorites are, Pinterest and Alignable and Be Connected. And they all have different benefits and values and things that you can do with them that you can't do with others. And I know it feels overwhelming, especially if you're not on any of the platforms and you just started getting on one. Find the one that has your audience and focus. But truly, as you advance and as your company grows, being on multiple platforms can be really important and valuable. And you can outsource that and make it more strategic. So we're
Mhm.
talking a bit more than I normally do with my other guests because I love our topic so much. It's something that bonds us.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to share about your business before we go on?
Well, the name of my business is Linked Prosperity. And so it's all because of it has to do with collaboration. When you connect, you prosper. So I thought that was the perfect perfect business name that I could just use for. And so my program is Linked Prosperity Intensive. So it has the business name on it. So I guess that's the one of the main things is I talk about collaboration before sales because
Yeah,
it's so much easier when you can collaborate. It's so much easier to attract the clients because someone that you know that knows other people, someone that they know knows the other people that would if they trust the person that you know, that means they trust you. And if
right.
the person is going to say she's great, they're going to trust them. And so in
Mhm.
turn, will trust you. So I think that's a much better way to make your sales because it's
It
a
certainly
warmer.
is.
It's definitely warmer.
I totally agree. So one of the main reasons I love cause marketing and multiple wins, and I love collaboration, which is why we speak each other's language so well. And we're in a group that collaborates together, and all of this collaboration is fantastic. But when you can pull a win in that is outside of our success as we lift one another up and we find success together and we reach out into the social media world with lives and videos and articles and all that jazz. If we can also include awareness about beautiful, amazing causes that are out there that could support someone that someone could share this with that could help them, and you and I'll never even know, but my hope is many people get help or find a cause that touches their lives, or they know someone who desperately needs it and they introduce them to it because of us, because of seeing this show or because of someone who shared. So can you share with us the cause that you love?
I love a cause called ECHO, and ECHO, and that stands for Ecumenical Community Helping Others. And what that means is just it's a collaboration of several churches in the community getting together and just contributing to this particular cause. And so it would be food, household items, and even last minute like emergency financial support. And so it really warms my heart because I live in Fairfax County in Northern Virginia, and it's one of the most wealthiest counties in the country. And so that means there are thousands of people who really struggle getting through living in this county. So that's what this is actually for, to support the local community, all the communities who struggle with financial problems and they may not have a coat for the winter and
Mhm.
so people can just donate all these clothes that they're just sitting around in your house not even using it. And so I was just the other day I was looking at our house and I said, gosh, we haven't even used this. We somebody could really benefit from this. So we just throw it in a bag kind of thing and bring it over there, and they're always so grateful that we just bring these things to be able to help other people. So that's why I really love this particular charity, because it helps the local community live in a wealthy county that's hard for them to make it to survive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. That's beautiful. And we'll make sure we have the website link and more information inside the article again. So if you're sharing this, and you know what, even if you're not in the local area to the Fairfax County and you reach out to this organization, they may have resources that are national or know of an organization in your community that can help you or someone you know. So
Yes.
don't hesitate to connect with these causes, even when they're regional, because you'd be surprised the connections they have across the country. So thank you for sharing that. I love that. And
You're
since it's just you and I today, and we do have a little extra time, many of my listeners know this about me. I love books, and I am always asking, is there a book that's inspired you? Is there a book that helped you grow it personally or professionally or grown your business, or you just love for some reason? And so we're going to ask Wendi today to share her book.
Well, one of my favorite books, well, actually one of my very favorite books is Think and Grow Rich. That's a
Mhm.
book that you can read over and over again and still not get enough. But
Amen.
but what I would think would be a good thing for this time of year would be the 12-week year,
Yes.
meaning you can make a plan for your whole 12 months, but you can actually get it done in a quarter. So this whole book talks about how you can make things a little bit more concise, and so that you're actually focusing. You're focused more. Your
Mhm.
deadline is the end of the quarter, not the end of the year. Like
Mhm.
after a while, if a year, things can kind of fall off track and everything. But if you got this small, concise time frame of 3 months, 90 days, then you're gonna be more focused and ready to get that goal taken care of. And it's the same one that you would have done in a year. So can you
Mhm.
imagine doing it 4 times a year? So by the time that the year is over with, you have so much more, like 4 times as much as you would have completed, or even more actually, than
Yeah.
if you had just done the whole year. So,
So
and it's
who's that by again?
Brian P. Moran.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
really it's
Brian and
good.
Michael. Got it.
Yeah, really
We'll
good.
make sure we put information out there on Wendy's favorite books. And if you are a profound professional, if you have something that can help the other people's lives improve or their business grow and improve, if you are passionate about something and you really want to share and you'd like to be a guest on Profound Professionals, please reach out to us. But even better, if you know someone else that should be, please introduce us to them, be their hero and ours, so that we can feature inspiring and amazing individuals from all over the world and share the things that they're passionate about and how they can help the community and how they're helping others and the causes they care about, and so much more. So before we say goodbye, Wendy, I always ask for just one more thing. You have one more thing you'd love to share with everyone before we go?
Oh, my one more thing is always have that ultimate dream in your head, that ultimate goal. That because when you're always looking to that, and it's always in the forefront of your mind, you'll like run into challenges and bumps in the roads, and you'll just get up because you're still thinking about that final result that you want. So
Mhm.
that's my biggest, I think that's my biggest thing, because I've been through a lot of challenges, and I'm sure everyone else has. But if you quit, then it's not going to be good for anyone, for yourself or other people around you. So if you can keep that, how are you going to change the world, type of ultimate goal in your head, and as you're going to that, the journey through your journey, and have your pitfalls and fall, and you'll always think of that, because if you fall and quit, you'll never get there. So
That's right.
that's my biggest tip.
I love it. Don't give up, for sure. Well, until next time, everybody, I am Jessica Koch. Our amazing guest today was Wendi Hatton, and I am your host of Profound Professionals. And I will say to you, until next time, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you.